Dear children, welcome to Vedic Bedtime Stories. Yesterday we saw Narada Muni in Valmiki Rishi's ashram. After Narada Muni departed, Valmiki Rishi along with his disciple Rishi Bharadwaj went to the shore of river Tamasa. In the river bank he sat and meditated on the words of Narada Muni. Just then he saw two beautiful cranes perched on a branch enjoying each other's company. Emerging from a hidden spot, a hunter shot a deadly arrow at one of the birds. The male bird got hit and fell down and twitched in great pain. Seeing this, the female bird cried in agony. Rishi Valmiki, who witnessed this unfortunate scene, was overcome with anger. He immediately cursed the hunter, saying that he will never find peace of mind in the years to come. But after uttering the curse, Valmiki Rishi felt a bit shameful that being a rishi, he allowed himself to get so angry. However, there was something surprising in the curse itself. The sentences came out as a poem, and the emotions of the words seemed to be similar to the emotions of the story of Lord Ramachandra. Pondering on this, Valmiki and Bharadwaja took their bath in river Tamasa and returned to their ashram. In a short while, to Valmiki's surprise, he saw the heavenly swan of Lord Brahma descend near his ashram. Lord Brahma had come to bless and encourage Valmiki to start to compose the great epic of Ramayana. Lord Brahma said, "My dear Valmiki Rishi, it was I who prompted that curse out of your mouth. I did it to inspire you to take up the great task of composing the story of Lord Ramachandra. The Ramayana will be filled with transcendental pastimes of Lord Rama, which when sung and heard will award ultimate welfare to the people." Lord Brahma gave Valmiki Rishi superpowers to be able to see everything that happened in the past, that was happening in the present, and that is going to happen in the future. He also blessed him, saying that his narration of Ramayana will be spotless without any fault. After blessing him immensely, Lord Brahma departed to his abode called Satyaloka. By this benediction, Valmiki Rishi was able to see all the events that took place in the life of Lord Rama as if it was a live telecast going on in television. Valmiki composed the Ramayana in 24,000 verses. After composing, he wanted to teach it to the right disciple. In olden days, students learnt from their teacher by the method of recitation. There were no books, laptops, or tablets during those days. The disciple had to be intelligent and hardworking to be able to memorize all the 24,000 verses of the Ramayana. Such a disciple should not only be able to learn it, but also be able to retain it and later be able to teach it to others, thus creating a Guru-Sishya Parampara which should not be broken. Just when Valmiki was thinking about this, two beautiful boys named Lava and Kusha came to pay their daily respects to their Guru Valmiki. They were dressed like rishis, though their bodily features were like Kshatriyas, the warrior class. Dear children, do you know who these two boys are? If you know, please type your answer in the comment box with the help of the grown-ups near you. Hope you enjoyed listening to today's episode. If you did, please give a thumbs up. And now, good night. May the thoughts of the auspicious ashrama of sage Valmiki fill your dreams. Hare Krishna.